Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am back. I know I took a pretty decently long break. My kids have been home for the summer and it is so hard for me to find time to film in the summer. I say this every single year, but it's just almost expected of me at this point to take a break in the summer. But my kids are officially back, which means I can start filming pretty consistently again. And I'm really excited because I have so many videos that I want to film. I have like wrap-ups I need to do and all that kind of thing. So now that I am back on the YouTube train, let me know in the comments like what you guys want to see, if you guys are excited for anything, if you guys want me to do any new trends or anything like that, and I will try to do them. So today we're going to be doing a TBR. I haven't done a TBR, I don't think, since July, I think, so we're going to do one now, and hopefully I can get some of these books read. Let's go ahead and pick the first prompt, and we're going to pick 7 books. Book I bought for full price. So you guys know that I do a lot of thrifting. That's how I buy a majority of my books, I would say. But I do buy books full price every once in a while. So let me decide what I want to do. Let's see. Okay, so this was a hard prompt. It made me realize how little I buy books full price. It's just something I don't do very often. But my husband bought me a book at my local bookstore fairly recently, but it was a book I already owned, and so I had to exchange it for a new book, and this was the book that I picked out. It's Victorian Psycho by Virginia Fato, and this is a horror, and it's kind of like a Victorian horror. Like, it has vibes, I think, similar to like Carmilla or something like that, but it's written by like a modern day author. So I'm really excited for this. I think it could be really interesting. It's a little bit of a shorter read, but this has kind of been on my radar for a while now, and I keep kind of putting it off, and I think this would be fun for like a kind of like getting in the mood for fall type of read. You know what I mean? Because it does have those horror vibes. Okay, next prompt. Ask ChatGPT to pick a genre. Okay, so this one's fun. I love doing like ChatGPT type stuff or like little games like this. Let me get my phone. Can you please pick me a genre of book to read next?
Absolutely. Let's see, since you've got a lot on your mind and there's a bit of stress, maybe something light and uplifting would be nice. How about a cozy mystery? It's got a bit of intrigue, but it's generally pretty feel good and not too heavy. What do you think?
I love ChatGPT, like their like casual conversation or whatever. Like, it's so funny to me how they talk sometimes. You've got a lot on your mind. I don't actually use ChatGPT that much. Let's see, what did I even talk about last? Oh, I had a question about something. It was like a medical type of question. Let's see. Cozy mystery. Do I even have any cozy mysteries? I don't know if I own a cozy mystery. Let me look on my shelf and see like what I have. So I don't have any classic like cozy mysteries, you know, like the pumpkin spice murder or anything like that. I mean, I would love to read one of those maybe someday, but I don't own one, so I kind of wanted to just pick what's like on my shelf. And these are the only ones that I could find that could maybe fit this genre, but I don't even know if these really fit the genre. But I have Piranesi. This has kind of been on my radar for a while. Like, I've been wanting to read this for a really long time. I think that this could be a book that I really, really like. And I have God Killer. I know that this is kind of a cozy book, but I think it's more of like a fantasy. But this has kind of been on my radar too, and it's very fallish. I'm kind of getting into like the fall like mood as far as reading goes. And then I have this, which is Pen Pal, but I don't necessarily think that this is like, I don't know, cozy. I think this is more just like straight horror, but it does kind of talk a little bit about his like childhood and stuff, so I thought that that might bring like a cozy quality to it, because I have read books with like kids and that like childlike quality does have like a cozy vibe to it. I guess I could have checked my Audible, because you guys know I love listening to Audible books. And now that my kids are going back to school, I can listen to Audible more often. I actually don't listen to it very much when my kids are home because I don't like to have headphones on all day while my kids are home. You know what I mean? Ooh, Wild Dark Shores. I got that one recently. I wonder if that one's kind of cozy. Maybe I'll pick that one actually instead. I'm gonna go with Wild Dark Shores. Is that the name of it? Yes, Wild Dark Shores by Charlotte McConaughey. McConaughey? I don't know. And if it's not cozy, the cover is kind of cozy. Is it not? Like that like ocean, maybe kind of like nautical vibes. Number 3. Book by an author I have not read yet. Okay, interesting. Okay, I know what I want to pick because I'm kind of in the mood for something like this. I actually have it sitting here next to me because I wanted to read it actually. I'm gonna go with These Hollow Vows. So this is a YA book by Lexi Ryan. I've never read a Lexi Ryan book before, but I've heard this is actually really good. and it's a duology, and it's a love triangle. And this has been on my radar for a while. Like, I heard somebody talk about it not too long ago saying it was really, really good. And even though it's YA, like, I think I could really like it because I want a love triangle. Like, I sort of feel like the love triangle trope has kind of fallen off and not very many people write it anymore. And I would love to read like a contemporary romance love triangle. Like, what's your favorite contemporary romance love triangle? Let me know in the comments because I'm kind of like craving that trope for some reason, which is funny because I don't feel like I've ever been like a big love triangle person, but like I just haven't read one in so long. I feel like it would be kind of like a new like thing, like something fresh for me, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna go with this one, number 4. Double Up Prompts. I love this one. This one is so fun because you get to pick 2 prompts and then like find a book that is both prompts together. It actually makes it a little more difficult, which is kind of fun. So we're gonna go with these 2. Sometimes I have to pick a new one, but book smaller than the average size. Okay. And by that I mean like smaller in like width and height, not like short, if that makes sense. Pick a book that matches the color of the first thing you look at. Okay, I looked at my computer screen. It's kind of like a tan color, like a tanny kind of rose gold color. So a tan rose gold book that is smaller than the average book. That's very specific. I don't know if I have anything of the sort, but I will go look. Okay, so this is the only book that I could find that matches these 2 prompts, but I think it kind of works, so I'm gonna go with it. It is Fever Dream by Samantha Schweblin. And I had one commenter say they didn't love this book. They thought it was really confusing and weird. But because it's so small and actually very, very short, I'm gonna give it a try. And if I don't end up liking it, I can just DNF it. But this is, you can see a little bit of like rose goldy kind of tan color in the back. You know, I mean, most of it's black, but you can kind of see a little bit of that rose gold color. So I feel like it kind of works. And this book is really, really small. Like, as you can see, it's like teeny tiny. So I'm gonna go with this one. Next up, we have 4 books, so we have 3 more. Yuki's Choice. I always get this one and I leave it in there because every time I get it I think of Yuki. Like, I love it when I pick this because it makes me think of Yuki and I love it, but I get this all the time. Like, why do I always get Yuki's Choice but I never get like Ichi's Choice? I don't even know if I have Ichi's Choice in there. Maybe I should do that. Okay, from now on, when I pick Yuki's Choice, I'm gonna do Ichi's Choice. And he's actually right here. He's right here. Very cute. Look at how big he is. He's such a big boy. Such a big boy. Okay, so I'm gonna pick out 3 books that I want to read, and then I'm gonna have Ichi pick with treats, like I do with Hopper every once in a while. So that's what we're gonna do. Hopefully he cooperates. Ichi's not quite as cooperative as my other pets, because he's just kind of lazy, but we're gonna try with him. Okay, let me pick out 3 books. Okay, so I decided to pick 3 romances because I haven't picked a contemporary romance for this video yet, so I'm gonna go with Only When It's Us by Chloe Leese. This is like a fallish romance. It takes place at like the beginning of a school year. She's in college and she is in class with this guy, but this guy's kind of a grump and they don't really like each other that much, but they get paired up to do an assignment together. And I think that this will be really good because it's like this time of year. It's like the beginning of school and it's like soccer season, which is a fall sport. So it's very like appropriate for this time of year. And then we have Nora Goes Off Script. This has made it into multiple TBR videos and I still have yet to read it, but I really, really want to read it because everyone just says it's so good and I'm just curious about it. So we're gonna put that one in there. And then Mia Sheridan's Stinger. So this is a bit of a bigger book, but I love Mia Sheridan. I always have such a good time with Mia Sheridan. She always writes like the best hard-hitting romances. And I have no idea what this is about, but I picked it because I thought it would be kind of a fun read because I always like her books. So that's what we're going to go with, and we're going to have Ichi pick which one I'm going to read next. Come here, Fatso. No, I know. I need you for a second. There's my books. Let's see if he knows what to do. Ugh. Okay, go pick some. Go pick one. Do you see the treats? Do you see them? It's right in front of your face. There you go. Good boy. You figured it out. Can you find the other ones? There you go. There's one more. Okay, so Ichi picked Only When It's Us by Chloe Leese, and actually this is kind of the one I was hoping he was going to pick because I thought it would go so well for this time of year. So it was perfect. I was so glad he picked this one. So we'll see if I like it. I've never read from Chloe Leese. I've never heard anybody review this book before either. So maybe it's going to be really good and I'll find a new gem for you guys. We'll see. So, okay, so we have 1, 2, or 4, 5. Okay, so we have 2 more. A book that starts with A or the. This one's actually pretty good because it's easy to find a book like that. I feel like I have a ton of books with A or the as the first word. So let me see. Do I have anything in this pile? This is like my I kind of want to read pile. No, I do not. So let me look on my shelf really quick. Okay, so this is a book I found at Goodwill recently, and I was just kind of like moseying through the book section, and I saw this book and I just picked it up because I wanted to read the back of it, and I was like, that sounds really interesting. I've never heard anyone talk about this book, but it just sounds really interesting. So I bought it because I just liked the synopsis. So this is about a girl who is just hanging out one night and she's awoken by the sound of like a plane crashing, and she goes outside and there's like a plane that crashes. And on that plane was like her best friend and another person and her brother, and all of them died on this plane. And she's like, that's not actually true. Like, I can always feel when my brother is in pain. So they must have like a special connection or like some weird bond or something like that. And she's like, my brother's not dead. Like, I would know if he's dead and he's not because I can feel when he's in pain. And so she's like, he's not dead. So I need to figure out like what happened and who was actually on this plane. Like, why did this plane crash? Who was on it? You know, like all that kind of stuff. I just think it sounds really fascinating, like really an interesting mystery that just sounds like it would be really captivating because I'm like, that just sounds so strange. It's told in alternating timelines and points of view. This powerful and captivating novel follows 3 boys in the weeks leading up to their fateful flight, and the girls they left behind as they try to piece together the truth about the boys they loved and thought they knew. So I think also she has her friends, and I think one of her friends' boyfriend was on the plane and all that kind of thing. So it's kind of like just like a mystery, but it sounds really interesting. Like, I don't know how that book is going to be told, but it just sounds kind of cool. But it's a YA, so we'll see. Like I said, I haven't heard much about that book. The cover looks like it's really old. Like, you know when you can tell a book is from like 2012? Like, it kind of looks like that, but it just looks interesting. I don't know. So we're going to give it a try. Okay, so we have one more book. Read a book with a title that starts with one of your initials. Okay, so my initials are C, A, and F, which means I have to find a book that starts with one of those letters. And I know what I'm going to pick, I think. Alright, so this is what I'm going to pick. Chlorine. You guys are probably like, oh my god, would you just read that freaking book already? This book has been in so many TBRs and I just keep not picking it up to read for whatever reason. I don't know why that happens. Like, I want to read this, obviously, or otherwise I wouldn't put it in my TBR videos. But why am I always picking up other books before this one? Like, I wish I could like dig into my brain and understand the psychology behind like why we pick the books we pick and why we don't. Because I know I want to read this. Why am I not reading it? It seems like pen pal. It's so irritating to me. But anyways, I'm going to pick this one because I do want to read it. It's a quick little short story about a girl who like wants to be a mermaid or like turns into a mermaid or something like that. So we'll see. I think it sounds really good, but that is what I'm going to pick. So let's go ahead and go through the books that I chose. Okay, so first we have Only When It's Us, and this was a book that Ichi picked. We have Victorian Psycho, which is a book that I bought for full price. I have Fever Dream, which is 2 prompts mixed together, which were a book that was small in size and also the color that I looked at or whatever. We have Chlorine, which is a title that starts with C, A, or F. We have These Hollow Vows, which was, a book by an author that I haven't read yet. So Lexi Ryan, haven't read her, but I've heard this is good. And then we have The Sky Above, which is a book that starts with the or a, and this is called The Sky Above. So we got that one. And then we have a cozy, a cozy mystery that ChatGPT picked, and I picked Wild Dark Shores. All right, so that is my TBR for, September. We have these books here, plus Wild Dark Shores. I think it looks like a really good TBR. I'm excited for a lot of these books, and I think they're gonna be really, really fun. And I think I have some pretty good books here. that might be hidden gems, maybe books that you guys haven't heard of before, which is really fun because I feel like BookTube and just book talk in general tends to talk about the same books over and over again. So I really like it when people read like completely random books and let us know kind of what they think about them. So there's some pretty good like mystery books here that I don't know much about. So we'll see. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my upcoming videos. Like I said, I'm coming back and I have lots of things planned. So that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.